Okay, you guys, this is our little next YouTube video. I'm not sure about the audio. I'm hoping it comes out okay. This is one of the things that really excited me about Fujifilm. The sensor quality, even at the high ISOs. These are JPEGs, they're not raw images. They don't include your workflow. Very debatable. They're just basically a baseline. So I want to put that out in front. It's a baseline. So at least you can compare some images and get a generalization of what you might get from the sensor. For me, that's very important because we spend all this money and we want high IQ. You know, we spend all this money on glass and we look at the count of megapixels. But if you ain't getting that resolution and you're not matching the glass to the sensor capabilities, some MTF charts show what some lenses can actually capture to the sensor. How many megapixels, in whether it be the center of the picture, the corner of the picture, stuff like that. It doesn't show everything, but at least it's again another baseline. Okay, so let's start with screw it, let's just go for it. Actually, no, let's start with, I'm not sure which sensor is better, the 7D Mark II or the 80D. I'm gonna just screw it. Let's compare them both, and then we'll go to the Fujifilm and see which one you guys might like better. Okay, 7D Mark II, 80D. Okay, I'm not even gonna waste your time. Going straight to 3200. Again, these are JPEGs. They're not raw. They don't include your workflow. They are baseline. Okay, so I'm just being honest with that. I'm not trying to tell you this is the end all be all because it ain't. Okay, it's just a baseline. Okay, let's open them up and see what we get. See what kind of noise we might get. I mean, it's an APS-C sensor. You expect to get more noise. Okay. The 80D is pretty much what I expected. Useless. Now the 7D Mark II is performing a bit better. So that leaves the 80D out. Not much better, but a bit better. All right, let's go to a full frame. And I know I've stated in my first X-H1 video that this sensor does compete with full frame. And again, 3200 ISO. This should trash the 7D. But I know Canon makes their own sensors, and I know the Fujifilm X-Trans CMOS sensor is made by Sony. So this is the 5D Mark IV JPEG, okay? Again, a baseline. So again, I'm not trying to say this is what you're going to get. Depending upon what kind of lighting situation you're in, so on and so forth. I believe this is 30 megapixels, this camera, up on the 5D Mark III. That looks a little bit wifey. She doesn't leave me alone today. Nobody leaves me alone. I was trying to do X-A5 boxing, but I couldn't do it. Everybody keeps bothering me. So I apologize. I'm going this route. All right. All right, now let's go to is this Fujifilm's bottom of the line? X-A5, the camera I just bought. I couldn't do the unboxing. Somebody keeps bothering me, and I was suggesting go to the site. I got a little tick, so I just go to the site myself and do it for other people. In case you're not sure what you're looking at, that's 3200. Where does it say that? Let's go do it again. Select camera. Just want to make sure 100%. Okay, X-A5. There it is. 24 megapixels, not 30 megapixels. All right. 3200. Open it up. The grain here looks a little smoother. Like they overprocessed the image on the Canon. Here, this is more normal what you would see. And here you can see the X-A5 looks a little different. almost like it's overprocessed, but in a different way, more digitally. Not so much. I'll explain that in a second, but it looks more digitally. It looks more technically correct. Not film-like, not subtle. It looks different. Blacks look okay on both of them. This is 3200 ISO. This image appears a little softer. And this is a full frame. This is what I said, and this is part of one of the places I searched, and I haven't been able to do the workflow part. The pushing the camera. I just haven't had time. The job's been killing me. Goodness, anyway. Here, the dynamic range, you can actually see a line going through here and maybe a line here. You're not seeing it in this image. And this is the crop sensor. This is Fuji's entry-level crop sensor. It's a Bayer sensor, like the Canon. It is not the X-Trans sensor, CMOS sensor, okay? Hope I said that correctly. I didn't butcher anything. Let's see what any color wash we got here. And browns look funky on both of them, different. Gray looks a little rough there. Again, a little rough there. You guys can see what you're looking at. Purple looks almost artificial there. Okay, it's bleeding right there on the purple. This one has always been interesting to me. I compare a lot of images here, and this is what I can feel I'm going to get, at least in JPEG. I'll let you guys come to your own conclusions. Okay? Again, I'm going to let you guys come to your own conclusion. What do you see? What you don't see? Okay, what do you see here? What do you see here? And the really difficult is right here, this area right here. I mean, what do you see? It's up to you. It's your conclusion. It's your money. This is what I'm seeing. This is why I decided to go. This is the entry level. This is not. All right, now we're going to go on this side. We're going to go to the X-H1. And I'm seeing finally for the first time the difference. Looking at the X-H1. It looks different from the Bayer sensor. I couldn't quite see it as profound as I can see it now. Here anyway in JPEGs between these two bodies, okay? I apologize. I'm not trying to waste your time. I'm trying to get you to open up your eyes and see for yourself what a lot of other photographers are seeing and what they are talking about. This is a little different. Alright, so you see this looks a little smoother, more slightly almost grainy, more like film-like, less processed. Here looks almost semi-artificial. It's your eyes. It's your money. Just open your eyes, okay? I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm just saying Canon knows how to make their own sensors. They make their own algorithms. I know they can do better. Okay, and this is surprising that this is the entry-level body and its sensor IQ is this good. And very few people are seeing what I'm seeing and other photographers are seeing. Why are they choosing the Fuji system, the X-mount system, over other camera manufacturers? Okay, whites look different on these two, not exactly the same. Do want to go to colors of wash, reds of wash. A lot of camera sensors do that. Canon sensors do that. They wash out the reds. Not all camera sensors, and even from year to year, make to make, version 1, version 2, they're different. You will see that from different manufacturers. I don't even know which one it is. Nobody's even on today. Okay, this one is kind of important. It's one of these. Okay, again, I want you to come to your own conclusion. Decide what you think you see. This one looks like more contrast was added. More sharpening was added. Okay? This one looks more natural. Things weren't added as much. Okay? You can see the TM here, you can see the TM there, and they're not different. But this one looks like it was worked more. It was already almost post-processed. Okay? But that doesn't mean anything. It's your money, your workflow, what you might want. And this is their bottom line sensor. Okay. So we can see this one clearly looks a little bit sharper, third half stop sharper. So that's surprising. Did not quite expect that. Actually, let's go back down a little bit here. Goes to about 85, 87. This one goes to about the same, maybe a little about 90. So I'm gonna say at least a third stop shopper. Okay. You guys can see what you're looking at. Let's try an interesting one. It's A7III. Now, there was a video online that showed that this blowed it away. I'm not sure if that was stills or video. I think it was video, and I can see that with the larger photo sites being the case. Okay. Grain looks very smooth here. It doesn't look... I can't see any color fringing or nothing like that or whatever. Looks very good. I'm more than satisfied with what I see on the Sony. Okay. Sony looks a little bit, definitely better process, definitely better, about a full stop on the A7III. So I'm giving it up. I'm not trying to knock the Sony. I'm saying it looks good half stop to possibly a full stop. I mean, I've never heard of an APS-C sensor that can perform this well. So it's a lot saying for the X-H1 and for the X-A5. Sorry. It's lots to say for these guys. They're doing that good. Okay, so the okay. I want to go to that. There's the red kilt again. And the reds here are not much better. Surprising. Did not expect that. Did not expect that at all. Okay. You guys see what you're looking at, right? I don't have to really point anything out. Definitely smoother, more like film grain, and definitely more digital-like. A lot like the X-A5, looks like the Bayer sensor. I really hope I'm not taking too much of your time. I apologize, you guys. I just want you to see what we're seeing, okay? And you can spend your money any way you like, but I'm just trying to show you what other photographers are seeing. CTM. CTM. Okay, let's go. This looks very similar to the X-A5. For our money, let's just go for it. Now, please understand this is just a baseline. I'm not trying to convert anybody to Fuji like that. I'm just telling you, or trying to show you, illustrate to you what I can see. All right. If you see other things, then go for it. Whatever you see, whatever you like. This is a baseline and reference point. DxO might be another one. Other photographers' blog might be another one. The more you compare, the more you research, probably the better bang you're going to get for your buck. And it depends on your usage too. Okay. X-A5. This will be interesting. No, I don't think anybody would have believed this because I kind of tried to mention it, and I mean, people are like, nah, I don't think so. But you know, I believe I said where I was looking at. Okay, I want to go back to and then I'll quit. Okay, on you guys. Okay. Is it? I think it's right here. I want to go back to this one. Yep, you can see that white line there, and it's slightly more defined than APS-C sensor. But that damn APS sensor is holding its own. That is an APS-C sensor holding up against A7 Mark III, and it's doing very good for APS-C sensor. This is part of the reason. And you can see the noise here looks very more refined. Over here, you can see they're working it harder. But that is surprising. All right, now let's go to the last section, and I will leave you guys alone for the night. I apologize for taking up too much of your time. Just want you to see what I'm looking at. Again, things will be different in real life, but this is the X-A5 on this side, and this is the A7III. Now you guys see what I'm looking at. I will see you guys in the next one. Enjoy. Bye. Spend your money carefully. I think I have to press F10 for this one.